Right now it's third down. You anticipate them kicking the field goal. If they don't make it on fourth down, how much time are you going to give your team coming back the other way? Clock is ticking.
Most of these players, as we mentioned at the top, have never even been to South Bend. And when we talked to a lot of them, we said, hey, what do you think of going into this storied venue? They said, we're not going to be starstruck. We're going to play our game. And a timeout called there by Hammock.
Interesting decision by Marcus not to take the timeout there. And keeping that timeout, you really do force Northern Illinois to be in a run situation here. If you were taking the timeout earlier, you might be more apt to do whatever you need to do to make that first down. But in this situation, you want Marcus to use the timeout to anticipate them running the football in this situation. Wow. Irish fans are stunned.
And they should be. It looked like it was going to be a lot easier after that opening drive. But now, with 43 seconds, Northern Illinois on 3rd and 2, trying to keep this drive alive. Hammock, the handoff. Wow. First down. It's close.
Yeah.
It looked like he did surge for enough, but now the mark might be short.
Looks like the side judge on the other side of the field from us marked him short.
Yeah,
they're going to look at this one. They're going to look at this.
Another look at Williams. Looking for first down yardage.
Hard for us to see the ball there, but his old body gets across. They pull the backside guard, backside fullback, backside tight end. There's a surge.
Hard to tell if a knee went down early before he got across.
The question always is, where's the ball when the knee goes down? And this might give us a better look at where the ball actually is.
Needed to get down there to the 18. They've got it just short of it.
Like we had earlier in the ball game, intuitively you think he made this first down based on the looks we've seen, but you need indisputable video evidence. And right now, I don't know if we have it. What do you think, Reg?
I agree with you, Coach. I don't know that we have indisputable video evidence to suggest that this ball carrier is short of the line to gain. Initially, the headline judge comes in and spots this about a foot short of the line to gain, and there's just no angle to overturn this. In my opinion, this may stand based on our available angles.
It's hard to think he didn't cross that yellow line with the football, but we have no evidence to suggest that. They got to leave it as it is.
That initial spot so important, especially when you can't produce video that's going to say otherwise. So,
and I don't think there's enough video to kind of piece it together either. It's the 18. It's not a line. It's going to be hard to overturn this thing. The Huskies think it's a first down. The moment of truth.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. 4th down.
He is short. 4th down.
A big stop by this Notre Dame defense, and here we go. They've blocked one of these field goals already. This is shorter. The ball should be able to get up quicker.
Cannon Whittle has been good from 42. He's been good from 21. He had a missed field goal earlier from outside 53, but this is just from 35 yards to give the Huskies the lead. Snap good, hold good, kick good.
Wow.
And with 31 seconds left, Hammock and the Huskies are up by 2.
This is a shocker here at Notre Dame Stadium. Can't be more impressed with this Husky team. In the big moments, They've come up big. A drive late for their offense. They used a lot of clock, made some first downs, got themselves into field goal range, and they came up short. In the short yardage situation, they didn't blink. Whittle kicked the go-ahead field goal. Snap, hold, kick is clean.
And we mentioned how the kicking unit had some problems last week early in the game, and just point afters as Whittle and his snap team of Isaac Hatfield and Holder Tom Foley were having a hard time. But they have been excellent today. None more so than that clutch 35-yard field goal that has put them up with a half-minute left. And Thomas Hammock in Northern Illinois, that much closer to the biggest upset the school has ever had. They have never beaten a top 10 team. 0 for 14 coming into today.
Big time. Notre Dame, 31 seconds to go. You have a timeout. In this situation, all you need to do is get into field goal range.
Whistle comes in, stops Bullock's kick. And a timeout was called by Hammock.
The challenge here for Notre Dame on offense is the worst part of their offense has been their passing game, and they're going to have to throw the ball with just the one timeout. Red, you got something on the spot?
Now, as we can see, it was third down when they, failed to convert. After the measurement, this was a play where the clock was running. So after they stopped this to have a measurement, the clock should have been started on the referee's ready for play signal. By not, it allowed Notre Dame to save a timeout that they otherwise would have had to burn.
Okay, Reggie, thank you very much.
Some poor mechanics that are really going to give the Irish a chance here. Having that timeout in their pocket makes having 31 seconds to go markedly different.
Bullock just hits a line drive to Jaden Harrison. Harrison reverses his field and comes the other way. It's a good return by Harrison just across the 35-yard line with 24 seconds remaining, and the Irish with that one timeout left to see if Riley Leonard can produce some late-game magic.
And decision-making for the quarterback is obviously critical here. He has to be careful using his legs and having these plays go for too long and not getting that much of an output from them. The ball's got to get it out of his hands quickly. They have to get out of bounds. They're going to need some chunk plays in this drive and chunk plays to happen quickly. Again, I would start one more time with Bo Collins, number 5. Make them defend him.
Leonard's got 3 wideouts spread to the left.
Looks like they're showing some pressure here in man-to-man coverage. I would anticipate them backing out of it, and they do.
Jeremiah Love to Leonard's right. Leonard buying some time, moving up in the pocket. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. That was intended for Jaden Thomas.
Leonard has to be careful getting too deep in the pocket. He's making it hard on his tackles. Climb back up into that pocket. Thomas is in that position, the single receiver into the boundary. They have Bo Collins up to the top. If they play man-to-man coverage on the backside, here comes Collins into the boundary. If they play him man, he's going to get the ball.
Here comes Bo Collins to the near side, who's had some big catches. The Clemson transfer. Leonard is looking to the left. Pass complete. A strike thrown to Chris Mitchell.
Remember, the clock stops after the first down. You can clock the ball here without losing your time.
And that's exactly what Riley Leonard's going to do. Clocks it, stops it with 9 seconds left, still with a 1 timeout.
Okay, they're on the 44-yard line. They have a timeout. They can throw the ball anywhere because they have the timeout. You really want to get the ball inside the 35-yard line to give your guy a legitimate opportunity to kick the game winner.
Field goal could win it for Notre Dame. Mitch Jeter, who's been on the mark for the most part, career-long 53 yards, his best. But again, they need some more yardage here with just 9 seconds left to put him in position.
Leonard can't go backwards here. You got to anticipate pressure. Looks like man-to-man.
Leonard's got some pressure from the backside, gets rid of it. Just in time, looking for Mitchell Evans, but Leonard felt the heat from the Huskies.
He had Bo Collins up on top by himself. He ran the slant, but he had some pressure. This is big here. He's going to kick the long field goal. 5 seconds, even with the timeout, is tough to get a playoff.
Tough to get one out to the outside real quick, right? This is a long one.
This is a bomb. 62 yards.
62 yards, spotted at the 48-yard line. A 62-yarder with 5 seconds left. It is downwind, but this is an awful lot to ask. Mitch Jeter, and that's blocked at the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies are celebrating the biggest upset in their school's history. They blocked 2 field goals today. Both came from Cade Hopperman. And that provided the final nail in Notre Dame's home opener here. Ethan Hampton, the guy that dreamt about being the Husky quarterback, dreamt about coming to South Bend, said it was a business trip. Well, he just took care of business.
An absolute stunner. Northern Illinois coming to Notre Dame Stadium and knocking off the number 5 team in the country. We talked to the coach. We talked to their players. They were confident coming in. Can't be more impressed with how they handle the ups and downs of this ball game. Let's throw it down to Zora with Coach Hammock.
Coach, I can sense that you need a moment. Top 5 opponent. This is NIU's first win against a top 10 opponent ever. And for people who need context, you wore this jersey. It's deep for you. Why?
You know, I'm so proud of our kids, the coaches, just everybody. They believed. They believed. And we came here and got it done.
You told your guys this week that you didn't need anyone to be a superhero or superhuman. They just needed to be their best. What kind of performances did you see out there?
They listened to what I said. I told them all week, we don't need luck. We just got to be our best. And they was their best today, and we was able to get it done.
Where's this emotion coming from for you?
You know, all these guys that have been with our program, been through the ups and downs, and they continue to fight. You know, it's like they my kids. I'm happy for the adversity to push through. But, you know, no matter the situation, I just couldn't be more proud. I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry. Boneyard wins is what you call it when you all beat a top 5 opponent, a power 5 opponent. There was 70,000 people in here that probably didn't believe. Why did you all believe?
We got a veteran team, a bunch of guys that have been through a lot of different things, and they work together. Like, we still are in college football. I know it's a whole bunch of other things with the transfer portal and NIL. We still have a family, and they believe in that family in doing things the right way. And I couldn't be more proud of them.
Congrats, Coach. Go celebrate.
Thank you. Hey.
This team in the preseason was picked 3rd in the MAC. And we mentioned how it's been a little bit of an up and down tenure lately the last 2 years for Thomas Hammock. 3-9 and 7-6 the last 2 years. But you could see the emotion on his face. He believed in his team. And in the end, the guys that really mattered believed in this upset, Jason Garrett. And this was a team when you're talking about Notre Dame that was poised, and you tend to get ahead of yourselves a little bit in sports. The big win at Texas A&M last week, and everybody was looking at the schedule for Notre Dame and kind of paving the way. College football playoff 12 teams. Well, this was a big time punch in the gut for the Irish.
Absolutely it was. But that right there is why you coach football. The relationships that he has with those kids, and what a great day for Northern Illinois, but a gut punch for the Fighting Irish. And you said it, everybody in the country was talking about their path to the playoffs after the big win down in College Station last week, and Marcus Freeman was on top of it. Al Golden was on top of it. Mike Denbrock was on top of it. They practiced hard. They talked about human nature and what they need to do, but you have to go do it. And they didn't do it. They didn't do it as a coaching staff. They didn't do it as a team in any phase of their team. They are better than Northern Illinois. They should win this game if they want to have the year that they want to have. And a disappointing game for them. They're going to have to learn from it, move on, and see what they can do with this season. But it's happening too much to Notre Dame lately, and this was a hard one to swallow for them.
Yeah, you mentioned happening too much. Shades of what happened a couple years ago in Marcus Freeman's opener. They went on the road, played a good game against Ohio State, but came up a little short, came back, and it looked like he was just going to grab that win. And, he was so well aware of that. He put the team through the paces this week, and we were with the team, and they knew how you can't take a team like Northern Illinois lightly. They didn't, but hats off to this Husky team.
I just go back to the start of the game. Notre Dame goes right down the field. They go up 7-0. Northern Illinois' first opportunity is on the -2 yard line. You think they're just going to dominate and blow them out of the stadium. They convert a 3rd down. They make a big play in the passing game, and the whole thing swung from there. So Northern Illinois' ability to handle the ups and downs of this ball game showed up. Notre Dame didn't do that, and they got to learn from it.
Yeah, they got to get ready to go. They go to Purdue for their game next week. In the meantime, it is one of the big upsets, certainly, of this college football season. The biggest upset.
Shocker.
Notre Dame goes down to Northern Illinois as we send you back to the studio. Maria Taylor and company. The Huskies over the Fighting Irish by 2, 16-14.